Hi everybody, welcome to the Planet 46 Comics Podcast at newsok.com. I'm Matt Price. I'm here with Kyle Roberts. Kyle, what's going on this week?
It's a pretty big week for the Planet 46 show. A new Avengers trailer. Sony acquires the rights to film Bloodshot and a radical Ninja Turtle stop motion this week on the Planet 46 Comic Show. So, I mean, can I say my own project's radical? I mean, is that?
I think that's fair. It's cowabunga, dude. Tell us about what you've got going on here, because what you've done is you've taken 4,000 individual pictures, 60 hand-drawn images, and 3 months of work. You, our own Kyle Roberts, and your crew recreated the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon introduction in a stop-motion format. So, I mean, I think you can say that's radical.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Tons of work went into this, and really a special thanks to Nathan Poppy for doing all of the artwork. We had over, 70 hand-drawn pictures like you were talking about, and the Boom Bang local punk band for covering the song.
All right, and you can get that cover online as well, right?
On their Bandcamp site.
That's right, very cool. So all this talk about our favorite Saturday morning turtles
leads us to our question of the day, and that is, what was your favorite Saturday morning cartoon? And maybe it wasn't Ninja Turtles, maybe it was A-Team. I don't know, maybe it was...
Did A-Team even have a cartoon?
Mr. T.
Mr. T,
A-Team?
okay.
Yeah.
Like Super Friends,
yeah.
maybe?
Yeah,
like
Super Friends, X-Men.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
Yeah,
let us know
right.
in the comments below.
Very cool. Hey, we talked a little bit about Valiant Comics last week with their X-Men Man of War, some of the variants that are coming out, and we found out something about one of their other characters, Bloodshot. Deadline has reported that Sony has closed a deal to make a movie out of Bloodshot, the Valiant Comics series. This was rumored for quite a while. At one point, Matthew Vaughn was involved. Bloodshot was part, of course, the original Valiant Comics in 1992, and the first issue in 1994 sold over 1 million copies, written by Kevin Van Hook and drawn by Don Perlin.
Sweet. And then we've got a new Avengers trailer. It's pretty awesome. There's tons of action in it.
Yeah, this is the second, basically, trailer. There's a new poster that came out, and then a second trailer as Marvel Studios gets ever closer to that May 4th release date. Of course, the film will star Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Chris Evans as Captain America, and Chris Hemsworth as Thor. The film, directed by Joss Whedon, is a sequel to the Marvel Studios films released so far, including Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America. And if you watch Thor, you'll know one of the bad guys in this, Tom Hiddleston, returns as the villainous Loki. So, what do you think? You like it? What do you?
It's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah, I can't be looking forward to that hardly any more than I am.
Sweet. Let's get into the review file.
All right, very cool. All right, the first thing that we have to talk about, of course, Justice League number 6, the finale of the Justice League storyline by Jeff Johns and Jim Lee. Jim Lee's going to take a couple issues off, and then we'll return. But this is the wrap-up of the big Darkseid storyline that they kicked off with the New 52. This is kind of your epic Darkseid's wrecking the world, Justice League coming together for the first time to stop him. Jeff Johns does a good job of mixing humor and action.
Absolutely.
So, this thing has been one of the best-selling comics since it started coming out, and you can see why. This is kind of at the core of the DC relaunch, and they've done a really great job with it. So, good finale to that first arc.
Sweet. And next up, we got Amazing Spider-Man 680.
Yeah, Dan Slott teams up with Chris Yost as the writer on this. Giuseppe Camuncoli and Klaus Janson are the artists. And in this issue, as you can see from the cover, Spider-Man goes to space. He joins up with his friend, the Human Torch, as John Jameson, who is J. Jonah Jameson's son, runs into a little bit of trouble on a space station. It's probably a little tricky to have space-type stories when you know the Fantastic Four and the Avengers have been all over the place. But they do a good job of making it feel, very scary at the space station. It's kind of an alien-type thing. Good humor. Again, Dan Slott, of course, is great at that.
Yeah.
There's some really good bits in here where Johnny Storm is singing Rebecca Black's Friday, dancing around his underwear. So there's some funny parts in there, but another really good issue.
Cool. And the next up from Image, we've got Invincible.
Yeah, and Robert Kirkman, as you know, worked with Ryan Otley, Cliff Rathburn on this, and he's been having a real resurgence lately as Thief of Thieves, Walking Dead continue to do well. This is one of his first books, as you can tell, 89 issues in, and with the original Invincible in sort of bad physical shape, as you can see from the slide. The former Bulletproof steps in to fill his role here for a time, and that always draws some people's attention when you get a new guy in the costume. So as Mark Grayson, the original Invincible, is facing some health issues, if you haven't read it before, you could jump in here and kind of be like, oh, well, you could get caught up pretty quick at what's happening in the series.
Sweet. So what's your pick?
I'll say Spidey. I know we pick Spider-Man a lot, but
Yeah.
but Dan Slott is doing a great job. This is one of the great Spider-Man runs, so I'm going to say Amazing Spider-Man. As you know, they're gearing up to this new Into the Earth storyline coming up in just a few months. So.
And definitely get out to your local comic book store, pick up a comic, check out the Ninja Turtle stop motion. It's already been featured by tons of blogs.
Oh yeah, it's been all over
the
the place. So yeah, give that a look on Kyle's YouTube channel. And of course, we'll be back next week with more comic book and movie news. So for Kyle Roberts, I'm Matt Price. Thanks for watching.